Well, I don't think that was the game Blue Jay fans expected to see. I mean, I don't think people expected J Happ to not pitch as well as he has been of late. You know, first off, Jays lose, as you haven't noticed. The opener of this series against the Chicago Cubs, and you know, we're gonna lose games. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be tough to watch, but the team did show some fight. And that's something we haven't seen a lot of this season. I understand you lose a ball game and it sucks. And I get that. However, what we have usually seen this season, this team goes down 4 runs plus, they cave in, crash, burn, it's over. Even if it's in the first inning, it happens. Well, the Jays get that 1-0 lead early. You know, you get an early, like I said, an early run as Steve Pearce singles to right, scoring Justin Smoke, and that makes it 1-0 Blue Jays. J Happ gives you a clean bottom of the first. You're thinking, okay, this is pretty nice. And then the wheels fall off. Bottom of the second, they score 3 runs to make it a 3-run game. They score 2 more in the 5th. It is now a, 5-1 ball game. But the Jays show some fight. In the 8th inning, we get to see some clutch stuff. You know, Kevin Pillar doubles, Ryan Goins singles, and 3 runs end up crossing the plate, making it a 5-4 ball game. And then John Gibbons makes a crucial mistake, in my eyes. Now, I understand you were shorthanded bullpen-wise. Leone and Barnes could not pitch. Tepesh is acting as your closer because Osuna's not feeling well. I get that. But Tim Meza, a guy who just got called up a little while ago, got out of, I think it was the 8th inning, or no, excuse me, it was the 7th inning he got out of, and then he came out for the 8th inning and got a batter out, but gave up a 2-run shot to Javier Baez, and then Ryan Tepera comes out after that. So really, it didn't make much sense. But for John Gibbons, you wanted Tepera to come out in the 9th inning. I get it. But Tim Meza, I miss Joe Smith so much. That's where Joe Smith would have been, right in that situation. But instead, you have Tim Meza in this situation. He gives up the 2-run shot. And at that point, Blue Jay fans are like, okay, we had our little comeback. It fell up short. You gave up a couple more runs. It's done. And it sucks to feel that way, but it is. It is what it is. Jake Arrieta pitched much better than J Happ. That's the bottom line in this game. J Happ didn't give you very much. Jake Arrieta went 6 1/3, gave up 6 hits, 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 6. He was dynamite. But J Happ, on the other hand, went 5 innings, gave up 9 hits, 5 runs, and walked 2 batters. He wasn't really that sharp in this game, and that's what killed him. That 3rd inning or I think it was the 2nd inning, really killed him. But like we've said, the Jays are going to lose games. And if they're going to lose games, I'd prefer it to be a National League ball club and not a team that can potentially catch you or run away with a spot above you, right? If you know what I mean. However, it does suck. Especially when the team overall had chances, just couldn't cash in enough, right? They did. I mean, they did all their in that 1st inning. You look at that 2nd inning, how many runs? I mean, Hayward hit an infield single, Baez singled, Almora Jr. singled. All of them are RBI singles, and that's what good hitting teams do. Now, I understand the Cubbies have not had a great season. However, you got to look at this as a game where the Blue Jays just couldn't hit the ball well enough. They couldn't get clutch enough. They couldn't, Ezekiel Carrera hit a ball to the warning track, could have given the Jays the lead and had a 5-run 8th inning, but instead he flies out to the track, and that's the end of the inning. So we're going to move on now, because this game sucked, and the Jays lost. So you got to move on. You got to have a short memory, all right? Tomorrow, maybe not thinking too much about tomorrow. Don't think too much about tomorrow. Try and think happy thoughts. Nick Tepesh versus Jose Quintana. Quintana lights up the Blue Jays. And Nick Tepesh is... Nick Tepesh. Is that really... I don't need to say much more. He was okay in his last start, but a lot of the balls were hit to the warning track. And good hitting teams like the Cubs will make you pay for those mistakes, like the Yankees did in his first outing. So it's going to be a very interesting game tomorrow. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about tomorrow. And in the finale, Marco Estrada versus Kyle Hendricks. Again, a good pitching matchup. Marco needs a bounce-back outing after his last start. Obviously didn't get traded, so that didn't happen. So he's a Blue Jay for the rest of the season, it looks like. So fine. Okay, we got to deal with it. Let's try and work with it. Now, that is going to do it for this one, you guys. I got nothing else to say about this game. It was just a ball buster, if you want to call it that. You know, the Jays got up early, went down hard, and went down 5-1, crawled back and made it a 5-4 game, and then it was like a tease. It was like a small tease, all right? So let me know what you guys thought of this game. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. I don't know if I said that, but hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. This is a short video because it's a miserable game, you know? You don't really want to talk about miserable games that much. You don't want people to dwell on it too much. Because overall, the team has been playing well of late, and they lost a tough one today. This is kind of a game where you're like, it's going to happen. But what's going to happen after tomorrow or after today? That's the key. Let me know what you guys thought about this game, Habs' performance, some of the not-so-clutch hits that we could have got but didn't get. They had runners on the corners. You look back at it now. Runners on the corners in the 7th inning, 1 out, can't get a run home. And you look at it from the broad perspective, it could have been a tie ball game. But instead, you're down 5-4. You bring out Meza, and he gives up a shot. It sucks, but it's baseball, right? That's what it is. All right. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I guess it'll be early evening, as the Jays look to get back in the win column. Nick Tepesh, Jose Quintana. This is going to be nuts. We'll talk to you guys then.